Ladies and gentlemen, here's Jann Karam. Jann.
I've been reading this self-help book, because I'm getting my life together. I was going to get my life together last year, but I blew it off. I would have loved to have stayed, but it didn't seem... Yeah. And then from there, I got in at the Improv, and then I got on the Tonight Show, and I got other things. So that it seemed like it was. I auditioned. I had a pilot. But
how many years into it did you get all that?
Well, it was like about
TV
now.
Stuff?
I know it seems like it doesn't. It takes
because sometimes you roll into it like at 6 years in.
Yeah.
Because I got a lot of heat when I first started too.
Yeah.
And I think young pretty women, they kind of like, oh, if she can tell a joke, let's put her on the air.
But it's like, it was like, you're too pretty to be funny.
Yes.
I don't know if they say that anymore,
Yeah.
It's
well,
much.
they say it behind closed doors.
It's like she's
Good thing we're getting older. I know. So it's like now we're going to be hilarious.
I know. Now I'm hilarious.
We're all wrinkly, so we can do this.
It's like,
now will you take me seriously?
Now you're funny.
My boobs are sagging way down to here. Am I hilarious now?
It's just really a good one.
That's a good one. I must be so funny. Look at these crow's feet. Like you're hysterical. I've gained weight. My ass is flatter. I'm so funny now.
I don't know why it took you so long to make it.
Right, exactly. It's just.
I think you finally found your voice.
We're non-threatening.
Really? No, I think you finally heard it.
Yes, exactly. Now that you stopped staring at my tits, I'm funny.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. Now that you stop being chauvinistic and sexist and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I think
but we're not bitter.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Not bitter. It's bitter puts it on us, right? It's more like that's not fair, and that's what makes me mad about it. Is we're not playing the same game,
No,
it's not. It's the same game, but it's not the same rules, and it's just not. It's not okay, but it is what it is, right?
Right. Do you mean women in general, or do you mean
I don't know
prettier women?
What?
In terms of like it not being fair.
Oh, it's this
because I think women in general.
Standards.
Yes, I think for women in general.
Women in general is what I meant.
Right.
I didn't mean the pretty thing. I wasn't doing. Aren't you? Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess all of it.
But the pretty thing, they expect you to not be funny.
Yeah.
It's a little bit worse.
Or they hit on you or something.
Right.
And then it's like, oh, you have this great opportunity, but there's a caveat. There's a hook to it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got to, it's a date. This is a date. It's not colleagues.
Right.
Oh, really?
Have you ever had the audition at a club where the club owner, his whole intention was to hit on you? It's not even about comedy. It's not even about, I remember one of the first clubs in Chicago that I got passed at. I did a 5-minute audition and you had to go back into the manager's office, and he closed the door and he's like, well, I have good news and I have bad news. I was like so excited and nervous. Here I was like just a year or two into comedy.
Yeah.
I just wanted to host, and he goes,
your intentions
good news
are pure.
and bad news.
Yeah.
And he goes, the good news is your set was great. The bad news is I don't date comedians that I book.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, great. So we're fine then.
Yeah.
Because I'm never going to date you.
Wow.
Does that mean he's not going to book you?
Yeah.
Or not?
Basically, he was saying, we're going to date.
Oh.
So I don't date comedians that I book. So I'm not going to book you because I want to date you.
Right.
Is what he was saying.
It's like, you got a lot of nerve.
And I literally said to his face, I'm like, great. Perfect. That's great news because I'm never going to date you.
Yeah.
And he was so you should have seen the look on his face because he thought he was being all suave by saying that.
Yeah.
And that's just one of the many times where a club owner or booker would bring you into the back room to pay you and then get all pervy.
Yeah.
It was so scary.
I know.
It's not as bad now. I think also because we're older and we can handle ourselves.
Yeah. And I kind of have a joke I'm working on about how guys don't hit on me anymore. It's just it's not even and then I say, oh yeah, and then after the show, some old guy with COPD and angina comes up to me. Glad I find you attractive.
right. And you're like, breathe.
Yeah. I'm like, stand up straight.
Yeah, exactly. You're
Where's your spine?
Right. That, and do you have a boat? Do you have a ship or
do you have a
something that you
ship?
own?
Yeah, will you buy my groceries?
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
No, but it is annoying when that happens. And I don't know if it's changed because I'm not at that place anymore.
Right.
Where
Right.
you get hit on, you know? And I'm not on the road like I was, you know? So that's
Right.
like,
That's true.
but now I'm like, hit on me.
Yeah.
Don't book
Isn't
me.
it so,
No.
we're like, that's so misogynistic. And then we're like, cricket.
I know.
Where did the pervs go? Should I whoop out a titty? What's going on? Why? Where are they? You know, like that's.
It's like, hey, the world really did change. Men have matured.
Yeah, or we have matured.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
the one. It's like
We got a whole new 5 here between the two of us.
Exactly.